It's another day with a lot of crypto airdrop alpha, so let's hop right in. Starting off with the scroll airdrop. So it looks like they have launched another campaign, yet another campaign. This one is on Galaxy, so it's live right now. Most of the tasks currently are social things, so it's all about following people on Twitter and joining Discords and doing that kind of thing. So super annoying kind of tasks. And this is the prelude week. It looks like Scroll is going to have 6 separate weeks of tasks on Galaxy. So the first one is all social stuff. You can do it without actually spending any money. And then I guess next week, the on-chain tasks are going to start. So the milking campaigns continue. I was thinking maybe Scroll wouldn't do a campaign, but looks like they definitely are. At least, however, they just enabled today a bridge reduction fee of up to 50%. So if you want to use the Scroll mainnet or the Scroll official bridge, then I definitely recommend doing it at least once, especially now that the cost for doing so has been halved. Talking about milking campaigns, of course, we've got the LINEA campaign on right now, and also Starknet has launched their DeFi Spring campaign. So the airdrop has already occurred. However, you can earn a share of 40 million Stark tokens by participating in this. However, and get this, they're launching a new quest every other day from today, February 22nd, until the 22nd of March. Now, on the one hand, that's super annoying, but on the other hand, I feel like since there's been so much FUD and negativity around the Stark airdrop, it's probably a good idea to participate if you can find the time between all of these different milking campaigns that are going on right now. Okay, next up, I wanted to highlight that the final week of the Data Ownership Protocol's testnet campaign on Galaxy is also live, so yet another set of tasks to complete on Galaxy. And this one has only 4 days left in it. So if you're participating in this, make sure that you get on these tasks before it ends. And the last Galaxy campaign or quest that I wanted to bring to your attention today is this one here from the Peak Network. It's only got a few people that have completed it, so it's relatively under-farmed, and it's just a couple of simple social tasks for which you can actually collect some points. Now, let's talk about EigenLayer, because this is going to be a massive airdrop. We already knew that it was probably going to be one of the premier airdrops of 2024, and they just announced a new $100 million investment from Andreessen Horowitz, which is one of the biggest VC firms and one of the biggest VC firms that invests in crypto. So this is a massive deal, and this pretty much confirms that EigenLayer is going to be a ridiculously large airdrop. And then on the topic of restaking with EigenLayer, the liquid restaking protocols like Kelp and EtherFi, etc., are going to be some massive airdrop targets as well. And KelpDAO just announced a really cool thing that they're launching on the 28th of February, so less than a week from now. They're launching the KEP tokens, KEP, and each KEP token represents 1 EigenLayer point. So if you restake your ETH with the KelpDAO, you earn Kelp miles, which is going to be for the KelpDAO airdrop itself, but then you also earn these KEP tokens, which represent the EigenLayer points for the EigenLayer airdrop. However, what they've done is made these tokens transferable and tradable. So this is the first instance of a completely liquid EigenLayer point before EigenLayer actually drops their airdrop. So as soon as you start collecting these, you'll be able to trade them. Now, they charge a fee for claiming the KEP tokens from the KelpDAO page, so you have to pay 0.5%. But if you need early access to liquidity, you can actually trade these, and this is a way that you can speculate on the value of the EigenLayer points and the EigenLayer airdrop before it actually drops. And in my opinion, and I made a previous video on Whales Market, and you can also trade some of these things on platforms like Hyperliquid before they launch, but this is a pretty unique way of doing it. And if I wanted to trade Eigen points before the actual EigenLayer airdrop, I think trading with these KEP tokens is going to be a really interesting way to do that. And then if you end up actually holding these tokens until the very end, when EigenLayer actually drops, then those tokens will be 1-for-1 convertible to EigenLayer points and the EigenLayer airdrop. So if you're restaking with KelpDAO already, you can take advantage of this starting on February 28th. And if you're not, you can mint some RSETH, which is the KelpDAO liquid restake ETH today, and prepare to claim those KEP tokens. Now let's move to the topic of airdrops for Pyth stakers. And currently there's basically two categories of airdrops that you can qualify for. One is the Pyth retrospective drop. So the Pyth team gave out tokens to a bunch of different apps and protocols, and some of them are redistributing those tokens to users. So Dyson Finance, for example, has said that Pyth stakers are probably going to get some of that allocation. And there's a bunch of other apps that are doing this as well. But that is the first category of Pyth staking airdrops. And the second is actual protocols that will drop their own token, not the Pyth token, but their own token to Pyth stakers. So for example, ZeroLend or maybe Monad. And those are the airdrops that I'm much more excited for. The Scallop airdrop that was hinted at was finally actually announced in detail, and it's a bit of a letdown. It's basically a random lottery for your chance to win some Pyth token. So not really ideal. And so moving forward, I'm really going to focus in on the second type of airdrop, protocols or blockchains, whatever, that drop their tokens to Pyth stakers, and less so on this Pyth retroactive drop from these different protocols, because some of these are really just not even worth talking about. Anyways, let's move now to the topic of bridging or interoperability protocols, because Jumper has announced that if you bridge $25 or more to Solana, which they just enabled a day or two ago, by the end of March, then you're going to receive a bonus for their loyalty pass, and this will help you get a bigger airdrop from Jumper and LiFi. So I recommend doing it, A, because it's already actually one of the fastest and cheapest routes to bridge to Solana, but also B, because there's this additional bonus. So $25 or more will get you in. Next up, let's talk about voting and governance. So yesterday I mentioned there's a proposal on for Dimension stakers. There's also another proposal on for STG stakers of the Stargate DAO. So if you have those tokens, you should go and cast a vote, because this could help you qualify for the Layer 0 airdrop. Now, if you don't already have these tokens, it's too late to vote on this proposal, unfortunately. And then for Pyth stakers, if you connect your wallet to the Pyth governance application, there's a bunch of votes open now. So the Pyth DAO constitution was passed just over a week ago, and now we've got a bunch of other proposals that are open for voting. So you should go take a look, and honestly, it doesn't really matter what you vote, yes or no, but just go and cast a vote, because it's possible that that will help your wallet qualify for additional airdrops. Okay, and two final things that I wanted to talk about. There's this airdrop tracker right here from Cruise Control on Twitter. And if you're not already following this guy, you definitely need to be doing so. He's got some serious alpha when it comes to airdrops. And this airdrop tracker is awesome, because not only does it list all of the different apps and protocols that you can farm, he's qualified them into a tiered ranking system, and he's labeled them according to how much it's actually going to cost. He's put priorities, and he's even included information on funding if available. So this is a great resource, and he's posted it online for free. So especially if you're brand new to farming airdrops, and I get a lot of questions from people asking things like, if I'm starting from scratch, what should I actually focus on? What are the best opportunities? Well, resources like this will help you weed through all of the different opportunities. Now, his tiered system, of course, is going to be somewhat subjective, and some people might classify things differently, but broadly, generally, I would say that I agree with a lot of the classifications that he's done here. So definitely go check out this airdrop tracker. It's a great resource, and throw him a follow on Twitter as well, because he deserves more kudos for what he's doing here. And then the final thing I wanted to say is I spent hours today going through applications to my Crypto Cove analyst position. I received almost 170 applications, which is honestly insane. Way more than I thought I was going to receive. So thank you to everybody that applied for the position. Given the sheer number of responses I got, I will not be able to send a personalized message to each and every one of you, but know that I actually did go through all of them, and I really appreciate all of the effort that went into making these applications. And yeah, the only other thing I will say is that the Patreon members only Discord was launched yesterday, and there's tons of people in there already dropping alpha and sharing strategies and different pieces of intel. So if you want to join, this is only for Patreon members currently. And honestly, I like the fact that it's a manageable size, and then we can actually kind of hang out as a community and bounce ideas back and forth. So this is not part of the original Patreon members offering, which was basically for supporting the channel and getting early access to some content. I posted another early access video today, but see this as sort of a bonus thing that you get if you sign up for the Patreon, which is $5 per month. Then you get access to the Discord as well. So as always, hopefully you found this video helpful, and have a great day.